Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Willy here again, bringing you another insightful episode of Embroidery Hub. This time I'll be bringing it back to the basics to talk all about the different thread types for embroidery. With so many thread types out there, it's confusing to know when to use each one, especially when you have to choose the right stabilizers and needles to go along with your thread to achieve the perfect stitch out for your embroidery machine. The wrong thread can cause thread breaks and a poor quality stitch out on your garment that you do not want. In fact, some threads on this list, although they are well known, aren't recommended for embroidery machines at all. This can all be a little overwhelming, but you're in good luck. Aside from this helpful episode all about thread, I'll also tell you where to find a very thorough episode all about stabilizer and an episode all about needle types. I also have a very useful guide for you that covers the 15 most popular fabrics and what combinations of backing and needles to use for each one. Now we have a lot to cover today, so get your notebooks out and follow me. There are 5 types of threads used for machine embroidery: polyester, variegated, matte, glow-in-the-dark, and metallic thread. Some also use rayon, silk, cotton, and nylon threads for specialty projects, but it's not usually recommended for commercial embroidery machines, and I'll tell you exactly why towards the end. Choosing the right thread type is important for many reasons, but mainly the thread type is chosen based on a certain look and feel that you want a finished product to have. But keep in mind, the thread you choose could impact the durability of your finished product. For example, glossy threads like polyester can withstand more washes using bleach than matte threads and metallic threads. The thread type is also an important factor when preventing thread breaks on your embroidery machine and can affect the speed at which you run your machine, which will ultimately result in your project taking longer than expected. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the 5 main thread types for machine embroidery. Let's start with polyester thread. Polyester is my personal favorite thread type and is the thread that we at Ricoma recommend. In fact, most of the Embroidery Hub episodes that you'll see usually features me using polyester thread unless I'm doing a specialty project. Polyester thread is made of synthetic fibers, which makes it a strong thread that is harder to break. Thus perfect for machine embroidery since you want to avoid thread breaks as much as possible. Aside from being durable, polyester thread is known to run smoothly on commercial embroidery machines and stands up well to high-speed stitching because it's so durable. It also leaves a glossy finish that makes your embroidery look smooth and professional. This strong thread is also recommended for items that will be worn often since it can withstand many washes and it will not get damaged by harsh cleaning chemicals. And speaking of washing, polyester thread is color fast, which means that the thread color won't bleed when it's washed. Other than being the most durable thread, polyester thread is also the most versatile. It comes in different thread weights such as 40 and 60 weight, and in hundreds if not thousands of different colors. It's the most versatile and the most commonly used embroidery thread and is great for light fabrics like poly cotton blends as well as heavyweight fabrics like vinyl. It also works well on both stretch and non-stretch fabrics. In summary, polyester thread is ideal for machine embroidery of all types and is the industry standard since it's so strong, durable, and comes in a variety of types, perfect for any project. Next up is variegated thread, which is another type of synthetic thread that has a multicolored dye pattern throughout. Variegated thread is very similar to pure polyester thread as it's durable, gives a similar glossy professional finish, and can be used on a variety of designs. Since it's so durable, it's a great thread to use on items that you plan to wash often since it can withstand many washes and cleaning chemicals without being damaged. This thread also comes in a variety of colors, and since it's color fast, the colors won't bleed when the item is washed. You would typically use this type of thread over plain polyester if you're trying to achieve a particular artistic effect on your finished garment, since it consists of multiple colors that go on a repeating pattern. This thread typically comes in 40 weight and can be ran up to 1,200 stitches per minute, just like a regular polyester, but it is recommended to lower your tensions a bit since it's slightly lighter than polyester thread due to the different color dyes that can cause the thread to become weaker. Generally, this thread is a great alternative to regular one-tone polyester if you're trying to create a unique look and really make your product stand out. Alright, so now let's jump into matte threads. Matte thread is a matte finished polyester embroidery thread that comes in a variety of colors. Manufactured to be highly color fast when exposed to sunlight for long periods of time, it's ideal for embroidered items that will be in direct sunlight, such as patio cushions and boat covers. However, since matte thread has no shine to cover the dye, it can lose some color when washing it with bleach. Matte thread is slightly lighter than regular polyester, so generally you would want to run your machine at medium speeds, but you can also run them at high speeds as long as the tensions have been adjusted. Since matte thread is a type of polyester thread, it has no limitations and is recommended if you're trying to achieve a specific finish on your product or for items that will be exposed to the elements outdoor. Alright, so now let's jump into glow-in-the-dark thread. Glow-in-the-dark thread is a specialty thread that is used for one purpose, which is to make your embroidery glow. Commonly used around the holidays like Halloween or for special occasions, glow-in-the-dark thread is a favorite amongst embroiderers that want to make their items stand out. This thread has a coating that allows it to glow for hours when exposed to UV light either from the sun or a lamp. But even in the daytime, this thread has a nice clean look to it. Like polyester, glow-in-the-dark thread is durable, but because of its properties, it's recommended to be careful if you're running your machine at top speed. In fact, it's recommended to run this thread type at low to medium speeds and with light tensions. It's also recommended to use it on designs that have a lot of fill stitches, since the satin style stitches can come loose when used with light tensions. Aside from durability, glow-in-the-dark thread also maintains its dye even when it's washed with bleach, but it does not come in many colors and can be rather expensive compared to other thread types. Alright, so now let's jump into metallic threads. Metallic thread is another specialty thread type that it's also made up of synthetic fibers. Metallic threads usually have a polyester, rayon, or a nylon core and are covered in foil and then colored to create a shiny metallic appearance. Metallic threads are often used to add small, decorative accents to clothing and home decor. It's also recommended to use metallic thread on items that will not be washed often and are not too thick, like decorative cushions or accents on a denim jacket. This thread comes in different weights such as 20, 30, and 40 weight and in a variety of colors, with gold and silver being the most common. It even comes with variegated options. It's also important to buy your metallic threads from a reputable source to make sure that they're strong and to minimize thread breaks. One thing you should remember when embroidering with metallic thread is to use a needle with a larger hole. This is so that the thread can run smoothly through the needle to prevent thread breaks and fraying. Also, because metallic threads tend to break more easily than other thread types, make sure to lower your tensions and run your machine at low to medium speeds. When digitizing, it's important to take in consideration which thread type you're going to be using. For example, if you were using regular polyester threads on a design and change the thread type to metallic, the density of the design would need to be lowered because the metallic threads tend to be very light and break more often. Now let's go over the other thread types you might find at your local craft store, but aren't necessarily recommended for commercial embroidery machines. Rayon. Rayon thread is made from wood pulp and the final product is very soft against the skin, making it the perfect choice for clothing. But it's not a good thread for high-speed embroidery. Generally, rayon is not very durable and does not stand up well to frequent washing and bleaching. This is why it's not recommended for high-speed and high-tension embroidery. Most people use rayon threads on smaller hobby embroidery machines that have much slower speeds and a shorter thread path, resulting in less tension. Now let's go into silk. Silk thread is made from multiple strands of filament being woven together that gives it excellent elasticity. It's mainly used with sewing machines and sometimes with hobby single needle embroidery machines. It's not recommended to use silk thread with a powerful industrial embroidery machine because it will often break the thread. Now let's jump into cotton. Cotton thread is primarily used for sewing and is not made for embroidery machines. If you were to try to use it, it will result in frequent thread breaks. Now let's jump into nylon threads. Nylon thread is a synthetic thread that comes in different types such as bonded and not bonded or soft. For machine embroidery, soft nylon is not recommended since it will tear very easily. Usually, machine embroiderers will simply use polyester thread since it's similar to bonded nylon and produces consistent results. Now keep in mind that I didn't discuss every thread type there is, but I did mention the main thread types that are used by machine embroiderers. If there is a thread type that I did not mention, make sure you list it down in the comments below and maybe we'll make an episode on it. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, I'm going to tell you where to find all the helpful resources that I mentioned in the beginning about stabilizers and threads. For a thorough episode just like this, but all about stabilizers, check out the description below for a link to our episode called Using the Wrong Stabilizer Can Ruin Your Embroidery. This is another great comprehensive video just like this that is part of our Embroidery 101 series. You'll also want to check out the description below to find a video all about metallic threads called the Ultimate Metallic Thread Guide, and another video on the 7 major thread breaks and how to prevent them. We also have a great resource all about thread tension that you can download for free. I've linked it in the description below as well. And finally, I've linked our most popular free download that talks about the 50 most popular fabrics and how to embroider them for the best quality. There you will learn about which stabilizers to use, which needles, and more. Well, that's it guys. I hope you're leaving here today with a solid understanding of the different thread types and which ones to use depending on what projects you're working on. If you found this information helpful, remember to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up, and also click on the notification bell so that you can be notified when we post new content. You can also follow us on Embroidery and Custom Apparel Mastery on Facebook, where we share helpful tips every day. Not to mention, there are 27,000 members in there that can help you as well. We're also active on Instagram, where we share tips, stories, and many how-to tutorials for everything embroidery and printing related. Links to our social media channels can be found in the description below, along with a link to the videos mentioned in this episode and the Ultimate Embroidery Cheat Sheet, which you can download for free and reference whenever you need it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye. Metallic threads are often used to add small decorative accents to clothing and home decor. Decor. I said it right. That's not how you say it. Dude, all right, you know what? We're gonna have to do it for you. Don't put me saying decor. That's not how you say it. Decor. So it has a little accent. No, decor doesn't have an accent. Decor has an accent. Bro, don't put me saying decor. You don't believe me? Why would you want to have a bad option? How do you pronounce this? Decor? Decor? You don't pronounce decor? For me, it's always been decor. Decor.
Dude, you were fighting me.
I honestly...